everyone, welcome to the Bendy Box. Today you're in for a real treat. It's going to feel like a full body massage. It's primarily an injury prevention kind of class. Things that you will need, you will definitely need a foam roller. It doesn't have to be the exact spec as this, but this one has little trigger point release nodules on. You can have a round one as well, but it won't feel quite as intense. And there will be some deeper stretches when we're going to use a massage ball. Again, it doesn't have to be the same spec, but you do want a nice firm massage ball, firmer than a tennis ball. Play your own music in the background and enjoy the class. We're going to start with jogging on the spot, so just gentle jogging on the spot. We're just going to raise the temperature of our muscles and tendons just so we get a better result when we're doing the rolling. When you're ready, we're going to do star jumps. Back to jogging on the spot. High knees. And kicking your bum. Just back to normal jogging. Back to star jumps. Back to jogging. Okay guys, we're going to do 10 squat jumps, so that's touching the floor and jumping as high as you can, 10 in a row in your own time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now bring your legs out wide, turn your feet towards opposite walls, and we're going to do 10 shallow ones. So it's bend, push to the ankle, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet closer together, bend the knees out to the back. Roll up through the spine. And again. And one more. And reverse it, roll down through the spine, bend the knees, arch up, 2 more, 1 more, and just circle the head, change direction. And roll the shoulders. And forwards. Circle at the elbows. Change direction. Interlace the fingers, roll the wrists. Change direction. Bend the knees, circle the hips. Change direction. Good guys, feet almost touching. Bend the knees, circle the knees. Change direction. And then just standing on one leg, rolling one ankle, and then the other. This one's a bit more clicky. Okay guys, now it's time to get your foam rollers ready. Okay guys, the first exercise we're going to do is just to loosen up the spine as a whole. We're going to try and roll this along the whole of our spine 10 times. So it's going to look like this. There and back is 1, okay? 1, 2, 3. Be careful of your hair as well. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more, guys. 9. Last one. 10. Okay, we're going to place it behind the neck, so it's on the neck muscles. If you have got a femoral like me, try and line up the trigger points with the muscles either side of your spine on your neck. And we're just going to look from side to side. If you're not feeling this enough, then you need to put more weight into your neck. It should be quite an intense one, and it's also excellent for relieving headaches too. So just rolling from side to side. And then we're going to place our hands on the back of the head, and we're just going to pull the base of the skull up as we push the hips down. My coach is just checking on me that the technique is right. Go away, Biggs. Thank you. Okay, so we're pulling the base of the skull up, and we're pushing down towards our feet, towards our lower back, just for a last stretch. Okay, and relax off. The one we've just been doing. Instead of rolling the whole spine, this time we're just going to try and roll from where the ribs are to where the neck is. So just from above here to the base of the neck. So it's just going to be your shoulders really. So put it just at the start of your ribs, and then we're going to roll down and back up. I want you to change the position of your arms each time. See what makes you feel it the most in between your shoulder blades. So we're massaging out trapezius and rhomboids right now. And there'll be your spinal muscles as well, like your multifidus and erector spinae. Keep changing those hands positions. See how you find this most effective. Just pulled out a big chunk of my hair. 2 more, guys. Okay, now this time, instead of laying flat on the roller, we're going to lean diagonal. So we're on an angle. We do the same thing. We're rolling in and out. Aiming for 10. Now we change sides, not rolling flat on the roller. We're going to roll diagonal. So we're just rotating the spine to one side, looking to one side, and again, 5 more. Okay, this next one is a thoracic release, and our aim is just to increase the mobility of the thoracic spine. So it's not really muscles we're stretching this time, it's more the joints of your thoracic. So we're going to put the roller behind our ribs, and we're going to do 10 mini sit-ups and release. 9 more, guys. If you feel like you want to move the roller a tiny bit higher or a tiny bit lower, go for it. Five more. Okay. Now we're going to try and roll our lats. So we're going to lay sideways on our roller, and you'll feel like there's the end of a teardrop muscle just underneath your armpit. That's really the part of the lat we're going to try and target, even though the lat is much bigger than this. So for this one, I know it sucks, but we're going to hold our elbows
and we're going to roll towards our elbows and away from our elbows, just until you get to the tip of that teardrop shape I just mentioned. So we're going to do 10 in your own time. Start with number 1. There and back is 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're lucky, you might feel a little bit of a rotator cuff release on this one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, 10. This should be feeling a lot easier by now. Okay, from here, we're going to tilt the foam roller on the diagonal, and we're going to take our arm out like we're doing a chest stretch, and we're going to roll it across the pec 10 times. Okay, for this next one, we're going to put it on the pec, so we're kind of aiming for in here where the muscle all joins together to make the tendon, and we're just going to look over the shoulder, enjoy the pec stretch, and then come back in. And again, look over that shoulder, enjoy the pec stretch, and come back in. 1 more. Okay, we're now going to change to the other side. Right guys, let's do the lats on the other side. I've just popped my hair up because it keeps getting eaten by my roller. So put it on the other end of your mat if you want to keep facing the screen. And we do the same thing. We're looking to go from this teardrop shape here all the way up to the deltoid. You're going to lay on your foam roller, holding your elbows, and we're going to go up and down 10 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, turn your foam roller diagonally. Have your arm out like you're doing a bent arm pec stretch, and we're going to roll on the pec. 10 times, guys, in your own time. Should be on about 2 or 3 now. After number 10, put the roller on your pec tendon and look over your shoulder, push into the ball and relax. Again, look over the shoulder, push the tendon into the roller and back 1 more. Good, turn to face the roller, come to your knees. We're now going to work down the arm, so we're going to start with the triceps. So you're going to lean forwards and put it underneath your arm with your back of your hand facing up. Roll it all the way from the elbow to the armpit. Again, we're going to go for 10, guys. Okay, roll it from your elbow to the underneath of your forearm. We're going to do the same again. We're going to put as much body weight as we want to on, and we're going to push it forwards and backwards. If you don't want much body weight on, sit back on your heels. If you want some more, go on all fours and really lean forwards into it. We've got 10 here, guys. Okay, now once we've done 10 for this one, we're now going to work the bicep. So we're going to try and get the inside of the arm on the foam roller. So put my foam roller on the diagonal. I'm going to put the inside of the arm on and I'm going to lean into it and back. 10, guys. Two more. Okay, from here, face your foam roller straight again. Flip your palm up to the ceiling. We'll do the other side of the forearms and we're going to roll for 10. Okay, we're now going to finish off the arm before we move on to the other one by doing the deltoid. So we're going to try and do anterior deltoid. So this means facing forwards with your arm by your side. You can go onto your knees and we're going to roll up and down on the anterior deltoid. Okay, now we're going to go for medial deltoid. So this means laying on the side, on top of the arm, and rolling up and down. And then posterior deltoid, we just tilt our chest up to the ceiling slightly, and again we roll forwards and backwards. Okay guys, so we're going to repeat all of those stretches on the other side now. We'll start with the tricep on the other side. Okay guys, let's change arms. We'll start with the tricep, so that's just underneath the armpit to underneath the elbow. We've got 10 of these to go, guys. Two more. Okay, let's roll it to the forearm, and we've got 10 here. Okay guys, I know on the other side we went straight to the bicep from here, but all we're going to do is flip the hand over and do the other side of the forearm. Press as hard or as light as you feel like you need to. Everybody's body is different. Just a few more. And then we'll go for our bicep. So we're aiming for a long here this time. Put my foam roller on the diagonal. I've put just above my elbow on, and I'm going to roll all the way to the chest and back in. And we've got 10 to do, guys. One more. Okay, deltoid. So we're going to try and get anterior deltoid, which is the front portion of the deltoid. So this means foam roller facing forwards, laying face down on your roller, and we're going to roll forwards and backwards, keeping the pressure on the deltoid. And then we're going to roll side on top of the arm to get medial deltoid. Carry on with that same technique, but we're laying side on top of the arm. Okay, for posterior, turn your chest up. And again, keep rolling. Okay guys, when you're ready, we're going to roll the rest of the spine, starting with QL. So we're going to put the roller flat and behind our belly button, and then we're going to turn to one side. Okay, so it's kind of like we're twisting the spine as we did for one side of the thoracic, and we're going to roll up and down over that side, keeping on looking, facing towards the side. It's going from below the ribs to the hip. Good, and change sides. So we're going to turn away from the side we just faced, roll down and up the spine. Rolling from the ribs to the hip, putting as much or as little pressure on as you need. Okay, moving on to glute max. So we're just going to put the foam roller to one side, so it's on one of our bum cheeks, and we're going to roll over the bum, just the main bulk of the bum, knees facing up. You can sit up or you can lay down, however you find this most effective. Just a few more here. Now we're going to try and get the deeper glutes. So we're going to lean to the side with one knee. So one knee's facing up, one knee's out to the side, and we're going to roll over and back. You'll hear that this one sometimes makes my hip click. There you go. Keep rolling as little or as much weight as you want to put on there. And then we're going to lay fully side on, both knees facing sideways. We're going to roll up towards the hip bone, down towards the hip joint. And then we're going to continue facing forwards. So we're facing forwards tiny bit by bit. We're not even fully facing forwards yet. And again, we're rolling up and down. So start to be coming on TFL, which is where your IT band attaches. This is always really tight on everyone. Keep rolling up and down. And when you're ready, face forwards a little bit more. So we're almost fully facing down to the floor. And you'll feel this one in TFL and a little bit in your hip flexors. Okay, now fully face the floor. This is going to be directly for your hip flexors. We're going to try and do 10. Okay guys, now we're going to go hip flexor to knee. So that means we're going to get the quadriceps. So this is quite a big way to go. Do this however you want to, but we're going to roll down and up. Rolling down and up. As low down on the quad as you can. Okay guys, I'm just changing the angle so you can see the neck stretch better. Still on the same leg. So we've gone from massaging the quadricep. Now what I want you to do is turn your adductors to face the roller. Take one leg back and one leg out to the side. And we're going to roll all the way to the groin and out. 10 here, guys. Two more. Okay, now we're going to do the exact opposite. Just going to roll the adductors. So this means we're going to try and get our IT band. This is really, really one of the most painful ones. Don't have to put all your weight into the roll. You can put it in the front knee as well. But we're going to roll down and back. Choose a position that you find comfortable for this one. Okay guys, from here all we have to do is sit upright and then we'll be able to massage the hamstrings. The more you lean forward in your hamstring rolling, the more you're going to have a stretch. The more upright you are, the less stretch you'll have. So choose which position you would like to be in. We're going to roll from the bum all the way to underneath the knee. Okay guys, from here we're just going to work the bottom part of the IT band. This is often the part for me that gives me difficulty running. Get a little bit of pain when I'm doing this one. So we're going to lay side on, one foot in front, just rolling up and down. So it's from, see where my leggings have the black part, to the knee. And I'm laying side on. Just a few. Okay, when you're ready, come out nice and slowly. We do the whole sequence on the other side. Let's move on to glute max on the other side. Foam roller facing straight, sitting upright, just rolling all the way over the main glute muscle. We're then going to drop one knee down and we're going to keep rolling over the glute muscle. You might hear a little pop in your hip. This is usually really, really normal. Okay, now both knees to the side and we keep rolling from the head of the femur towards the hip bone. Okay, and then we're going to do that thing where we keep angling ourselves down to the floor a little bit more. So just angling a tiny bit towards the floor, and we're going to be rolling over that hip. And turning down to the floor a little bit more. We're going to feel it coming onto hip flexor soon. And then fully facing down to the floor. This is really when you will feel the roller on your hip flexor. Okay guys, from here we're going to go from the top of the hip flexor all the way down to the quadricep. So that's quadricep, all the way down to hip. You can do this however you want to with your body. I'm just doing it by going into like a lunge position with my knee down. Okay guys, from here we're going to turn to the side and bring our front leg forwards, so we're on the ball of our foot, and we're going to try and get the IT band. This is quite painful for most people, so use as much or as little weight as you want to in this stretch. Okay, I'm going to change angle for this one so you can see clearly, but it's still the same leg towards the camera. One leg out to the side, one leg straight back. We're going to roll the adductors, so all the way into the hip and then all the way towards the knee. Do whatever technique works best for you to try and keep your weight on the roller and in the hip. To the bottom of the IT band, which is often the tightest part, definitely is for me with running. So it's going to go from where the black part of my leggings is to the knee, and I'm slightly facing down to the floor, and I'm just rolling. Two more. Okay, and then before we move on to the bottom half of the leg, let's do the hamstrings. So we're rolling all the way from the bum to underneath. If you want to intensify it, you can flex your foot or you can start to lean forwards. Okay, for this one, I want you to put your shin against the foam roller, and we're going to slightly turn towards the outside of the leg, and we're going to push that down. So these are the muscles that we use to flex our toes, and actually we use them a lot more than you think in things like jumping and lounging. We use them eccentrically a lot, and they're very, very thin muscles on a bony point. It's quite hard to get to them usually, so this is a really nice way. All the way from the outside of the knee to the outside of the ankle. Two more, guys. One more. Good, change legs. So it's going from the outside of the knee all the way down to the outside of the ankle for this one. Two more, guys. Last one. Okay, for this one, we are going to do the outside of the calf muscle. So we put the calf on, we turn the knee slightly out to the side, and we're going to roll forwards and backwards. Again, put as much or as little weight into the leg as you want to. As long as you can feel the release, that's the main thing. Good. Now instead of turning the leg out, we're going to turn the leg in and we're going to keep rolling. Okay guys, when you're ready, we're going to change legs. So we're turning the foot out to begin with. This is massaging the outer portion of your calves. Okay, now turn the knee in and massage the inner portion. This one for me is more uncomfortable than the outer portion. Okay. Okay guys, the final release of the class, standing on top of your foam roller, you're going to roll the underneath of the foot. Again, putting as much or as little weight into the foot as you want to. Change feet. Okay guys, that's the end of the class. The reason why you have your massage ball, this is now your homework. Any area that you found tight in your body using your foam roller, I want you to now do the same technique but with a massage ball. It's a smaller surface area, so it's going to be even more intense, but even more effective. So spend the time, about 10 to 15 minutes, just finding those tight areas and trying to release with the massage ball. For example, if you felt it tight in the tendon of your pec, here is the place you want to put it. If you felt it tight in your QL, it's about here is the place you want to put it. Glutes, obviously, depending on where you felt tight, place the massage ball in those places. After you've done the release of your massage ball, I'm hoping your body feels really, really great now. I made this plan for my own body and I was just really, really happy with the results. So I wanted to share it with you guys, show you how you can really optimize the use of your foam rollers and your massage balls. Thanks very much for taking part. Enjoy your homework.